Elizabeth Alexander, tenured at Yale, graduate of Yale, chair of the Department of African American Studies. Oh, and by the way, reads poem for the inauguration of the President of the United States. And guess what? She's descended from a couple kings, like King John, Charlemagne. What are people going to say? Of course, it's inevitable. It's in her DNA. To what would you respond? Professor of African American Studies?
Well, you know, part of what I would insist on responding is if only we knew all of the pieces. You know, we can know more about Europe. We happen to know an amazing amount about Europe in my particular case. But there's still pieces that we don't know, right? So I would start to say that. And what does it mean? I would respond with a question. If you grow up not knowing any of this, and in fact, actually, in a culture that teaches you not necessarily to identify with any of that, not to dream that any of that could mean anything, could have any connection to you, there's something fabulously disruptive in a wonderful way that again sort of shakes up all the orders of things. When you sort of draw the line in a different way than others might expect. But what does that change for me? Well, it just gives me a lot more to wonder about and to think about how all of that plays into a strong social identity and a call to an African American studies that for me has always been about a way of understanding the complexities of America, you see. I've never seen this. I mean, you know this because you taught me that African American studies is not unto itself. And that if you're lucky enough to be called to the study of that trove, right, that it only gets more complicated, not less complicated the longer that you do it. And a more complicated way of thinking, not just about Black people and Blackness, but about human questions, human communities, human families, and very, very tangled and fascinating human histories.